In today's video, I'm going to share with you a diet method nobody else is talking about, probably because I created it. I call it the lose and cruise method. This diet will help you lose all the weight you want without the negatives typically associated with losing weight, like bouts of lower energy, extreme hunger, etc., all while keeping your metabolism high. So especially if you struggle to lose weight and keep it off for years, this diet will be a game changer for you. Let's get into it. So without question, the biggest challenge of losing weight is your body has what's called a body fat set point. This is the amount of body fat your body's kind of used to. As you get too far below your body fat set point, this triggers a self-defense mechanism against fat loss, basically as a self-preservation tactic. So your body's going to do everything it can to not only get you to stop losing weight, but get you to gain the weight back. So your hormones get all messed up, your hunger skyrockets, your energy levels plummet, you find yourself getting easily agitated, and just overall feel like crap. This alone is a big reason why you always gain weight back after losing it, because the fastest way to feel better is to give the body what it wants and gain the weight back to its preferred body fat set point. So what the lose and cruise diet method does is it allows your body fat set point to lower as you lose weight so it doesn't trigger all those negative physiological outcomes. How do you do this? What you do is you take your weight loss phases and you do them in shorter designated periods followed by longer maintenance phases. So say for instance you have 60 pounds to lose, instead of trying to blast through all 60 pounds and feeling like absolute hot garbage, if you break it up into shorter phases and maybe you lose 15 to 20 pounds over several phases, now you're not getting too far below your body fat set point. Now by taking a longer maintenance phase at that lower level of body fat, you create a new body fat set point, and it just ensures your body's not going to fight you like it probably does if you do a lot of dieting. So with that out of the way, let's get into how you're going to accomplish this. First, I recommend you do diet periods of 3 months, 4 months at the absolute max. And when you're in these dieting phases, you want to do 1 to 2 weeks in the middle of that where you do a diet break where you bring it back up to maintenance. And then after that 3 to 4 month period is done, get out of the diet no matter where you at, don't keep pushing it. So now you're going to take the next 8 to 9 months for the rest of the year and you're going to go back to maintenance. The second thing you want to do is figure out what time of year is the best time to do this. Most of us have certain times of the year that work better than others. Like for me personally, when I'm cutting, I like to do it in the very beginning part of the year. For me in Florida, it's not too hot to go out and do walks. I like to enjoy having some drinks and stuff at the beach during the summer. I don't want to do it during the holidays. It's just a time of year that works well for me. You need to look at your life and determine, when do I have more time? When am I going to be able to get more activity in? When does it make the most sense? And if you have a certain time of the year where you have 3 to 4 months where it's going to be easier to stick to your plan, then create a schedule that revolves around that. Now the third step is how to create your calorie deficit. So what you want to do is you got to first find your maintenance calories. Hopefully you already know this and it's going to make things much simpler, but if you don't, that's okay. What you're going to do is you're going to take the next week, you're going to eat the same way you've been eating, bracket, and then you're going to take those 7 days and see what your average calories is. And especially if you're currently maintaining your weight, well then you know that's roughly your maintenance calories. If you're in a bit of a surplus, you can always just adjust down a couple hundred calories. Don't get too wrapped up in it. It's just to give you a starting point. Now, since these are shorter bouts, you can get a little bit more aggressive. So typically I recommend around a 20 to 25% calorie deficit. I would at least do the 25%. You can maybe push it to 30%, but you got to know yourself too. If that's going to be a little too aggressive, don't do it. Now, if you do this and your calories already seem too low and you could never make that big of a change to start, that means that you're not in a position to diet yet. And what you need to do first, you're going to want to reverse diet your calories back up. If you don't know how to do this, I have a video I'll put in the description you can check out to find out how to reverse diet. But instead of starting with the cutting phase, you're going to start with the maintenance phase. Get yourself back into a good position so your maintenance calories is higher again and your metabolism's humming along. Then you can go through the first cutting phase and start this cycle. Now, when you have your total calories you're going to aim for, you can interchange your carbs and fats however you want. I'm not overly concerned with that, but you do want to keep your protein up. I recommend at least 1 gram per pound of whatever your goal weight might be. If you can do more, great. It's super beneficial. It helps with fat loss, building muscle, helps you feel full. Exercise wise, hopefully your strength training is the best thing you can do, not only for body composition, metabolism. It's the only way you're going to build muscle. And it doesn't matter if you're in a cutting phase, a maintenance phase, even if you went into a building phase, your strength training routine should not really change. It's your calories and your cardio that you adjust based on being in a deficit or not. So I do recommend between 3 and 5 days of training. And then for cardio, I personally prefer more lower intensity forms of cardio. It's just easier on the body, easy to recover from. So I just recommend walking maybe between about 7,500 and 10,000 steps a day, especially if you can do incline walking, that's even more helpful. And then hopefully, since it's a shorter cutting phase, you won't hit any plateaus, but you certainly can. 3 to 4 months is kind of a long time to be able to stay on the exact same calories. So if you hit some plateaus, don't freak out, it's normal. Just make about a 10 to 15% decrease from your calories again. You could also add in some extra steps, maybe around 2,000 more to make that next push. And actually, if possible, possible doing it after taking your diet break, that really tends to help get things going. So that's what you're gonna do for your 3 to 4 months, and then go to your maintenance phase. But this can be the tricky part. This isn't a time to slack off. Yes, you can be more flexible with your diet, you can back off some of your activity a little bit, but do not under any circumstance cut during your maintenance phase. Do not say, oh, I've got a wedding coming up or a vacation or some sort of event. You're gonna destroy yourself. Your metabolism is gonna hate you for this. Don't make your body fight you. Now, I did mention protein is extremely helpful, but a lot of people struggle to get enough protein in, especially trying to keep calories down. So what I want you to do next is check out this video here, and it's gonna cover 10 of the highest protein foods there are at the lowest calorie amount, and I'll see you in that other video.